Hello and welcome. This is Japan, and we had a lovely Raw on the 2nd of June. We are so close to Money in the Bank, so this is a great time to be watching because obviously there's a lot of filler in these type of episodes, but I think they're really trying to build on obviously one, Money in the Bank, Worlds Collide, and then also Evolve. Not too far, not Evolve, Evolution. Same kind of thing. I yeah, I got confused, I guess. I'm not even confused. It's just so much so close. I don't know what to say sometimes. But yeah, we're going to start off the show. The show started off with CM Punk coming down, talking about that he needs to win this Money in the Bank, or he wants to because he wants to go after John Cena. Could go after Jey Uso. I think it'd be an interesting person to put the the Money in the Bank on. Obviously, by the time we finish this episode, we know that that's not gonna happen. But he probably would have been a decent choice if they decided to, pull the trigger there. Obviously, doesn't happen. Sammy comes down. They talk about, that he needs to win this to stop Seth Rollins and stuff. I don't think there's any stop at Seth Rollins here. So I guess we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think this was a good segment to start off the show. Obviously, there's been a lot of good stuff, with the feuds and stuff that they have going on Raw. But this is the top tier one. I had to get some of the drink. I was like, man, I've been nursing a really bad cold for the last month, and I'm like, I don't want to cough. So, yeah, put this one up in S tier. Easy pick. Before we get into the Stephanie match, we're gonna just talk about Stephanie in general. Absolutely perfect person to put here on Raw. I think the way that they decided with Stephanie, Jordan Grace, and Julia, this is the perfect way to do it. The two on SmackDown really needed to be up there, but Stephanie has that aura and ability that, like, putting her in this division, especially on the Raw side, is just so good. It's such a great idea. She's gonna have so many good feuds and so many good people that she can go after, even if it's heavyweight title or the mid card title. Either way, it's gonna absolutely cook. So, gonna put the signing up in S tier also. Easy, easy, easy win. Then we get to the match. The match itself was pretty decent. A lot of different moving parts here, but we kind of assumed that it was really going to come down to Liv or Stephanie. No offense to Ivy Nile, but everybody in this match is just like main event or future main eventers. So she really didn't fit the whole vibe that they were going with. So it made sense it was going to be Liv or Stephanie, which we ended up having Stephanie, which is just honestly a great decision. I think she's going to be really good in this match. I think there's going to be a lot of major moments, and honestly, this is the one Money in the Bank where any of the six women could win, and I'd be absolutely happy. So I guess we're going to see how it goes. I put this matchup in B. Very solid. Nothing too crazy, but nothing too bad. Good first Stephanie match. Obviously, great win is being your first match on the main roster is to beat Liv Morgan and Ivy Nile in a qualifying match. Next up, we had the War Raiders versus Judgment Day. Honestly, nothing special here. It just kind of fell out of the blue. Obviously, it kind of was. I like that Roxanne came down and helped the Judgment Day to further that storyline, but at the cost of the War Raiders seemed a little bit of a maybe bad idea. There's other tag teams that they could have done that to, and I feel like the War Raiders probably didn't need to lose there, but overall, I thought the match was okay. I put it in C. Nothing special. It was entertaining, but if they didn't put it on the card, I don't think it would have really changed much. But I'm not upset that I watched it, so I could have put it in C. Still better than a lot of the stuff that was on SmackDown last week, so I'll take it as a pleasant surprise. Next up, we had a decent tag match, at least on paper. It was going to be was Jey Uso, Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Um, I'll be completely honest. I mean, it's a match that we really wanted to see. Kind of sucked that it ended up in DQ. I mean, we kind of knew it would be, but you know, we don't always have to do that. We can come up with some type of creative thing to have something else happen. But I guess that's what they wanted to do. The match itself, I thought was pretty decent. I put it up in B. I'd love to see it actually played out fully. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker as a tag team look pretty legit. So I would not be surprised if they dethrone the New Day, and like very soon. Next up, we had the Lyra segment. I couldn't remember actually when this was. I didn't put it down in my notes for whatever reason. So, yeah, just setting up their Money in the Bank. I think Lyra's been cutting great promos. I think she's showing how well she's had to hold this belt. I kept thinking that she might need to drop the belt to Becky or somebody bigger to make the belt better, but you can keep it with her. Honestly, I think she's been doing great, and I think this feud with Becky has been great for her. And I can't wait to see what happens next. Hopefully, she retains at Money in the Bank, so we can see what happens. But she's been phenomenal in this. This segment itself, I would put in a solid A. Both of them did really good. Story itself between the two, it's kind of a little bit stale for me. Like, I mean, I don't mind it, and I'm glad to be going into Money in the Bank, but I'll be happy when it's over with because it's kind of ran its course, and we don't really need to see it again. Next up, we had Kyrie Sane versus Raquel Rodriguez. I'm just glad to see my girl Kyrie 2 or 3 weeks now in a row. It's phenomenal to see her. She's a phenomenal wrestler. This match itself, she did great. Raquel wasn't always the greatest, but I feel like the match was still really solid for Kyrie. She picked up another win and furthered the story of the Judgment Day not being on the right page. And I think that's pretty good because I mean that storyline, it's going to be a major storyline for Raw for the next couple months. So might as well get Kyrie some wins from it. Io also came down, tried to save her and stuff like that. So I might further having Liv and um, Io at Evolution, which would also be a really good match. They already faced off against each other a couple times, so it's not like we haven't seen it, but I don't think it would be necessarily anything wouldn't care not to see again. Next up, we had AJ Styles, CM Punk against El Grande Americano. Honestly, the match was pretty decent. I don't know about the right pick. Nothing against Chad Gable or El Grande Americano, but I think it would fit really good for the match. But I don't think it necessarily needed to happen here with who he was going against. I mean, obviously, it felt like the CM Punk was going to have the deck stacked against him that he wasn't going to win, but I would have been fine with AJ Styles being in it because that name recognition of what it is makes that match a lot better, and it makes the men's match look a lot less um star-studded compared to the women's. The women's is stacked. Like it is absolutely stacked. I've never seen a Money in the Bank where I would be literally happy with any of the women winning, and that's insane to me. On the men's side, there's definitely people I wouldn't want and would want, so like it just is kind of crazy. Plus, it just feels like some of them are in there to make the match look good, but I don't think they have as good of a quality or like a chance to win. On the women's side, honestly, I could make a case for anybody in there, and it would be a good case. So, yeah, I put it up into an A. I think the match itself altogether was, pretty solid, like wrestling wise for a B. But I think between all the storylines that came from it and just the heightened drama of the whole thing, I'd also put an A. Also, I did want to say the Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross fan I'm liking. I really do hope that it brings into a good match. I really feel like they should face each other, and yeah, Karrion Kross get Sammy's anger out or something. We need something like that. We need the cross push. I really do want to see it. So, but yeah, a pretty good Raw altogether. Sorry that my voice and everything kind of sounds crappy right now. I've been still wanting to get my daily videos out, but I have not been able to not cough 24/7. So a 10-minute video is still very hard for me to get through, and you can kind of hear it in my voice. I had a couple times there where I was able to get to my drink, and I would cut it and all that, but my coughs never give me too much of a forewarning, so it's like literally in the middle of my speech, and then I have to record so much of it all over again. So yeah. So I'll be having some videos up still on this week no matter what. We're going to go over Worlds Collide. We're going to go over Money in the Bank. We're going to do all that stuff. So don't worry yourself. But this video might be a little bit more rough compared to the other ones. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like daily wrestling content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We also got a lot of WNBA's stuff in here. It's a little bit different from what I normally do, but I'm absolutely enjoying watching the season. So hopefully, if you guys are too, we can share that and talk it out. Until next time, this has been Japan. Bye, guys.